Gotta look appropriate.
I know, Daz. You're really making it difficult.
What is he doing?
You're getting this. You're getting all that. You ready?
Oh my.
Yes!
I was walking with the ghost.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, mingaD. My name is Dominga. I am here with my niece,
Michaela.
and her dog,
Daz.
and he won't get off the bed right now, so we're gonna leave him until he jumps off. So, sorry if you hear all his like snoring loudness. In this video, we're gonna talk about, well, in the previous video, we talked about Michaela and how she was in the depth call and how basically, it went through like that. So if you want to see that video, go ahead. That's the previous one. And you can't.
He was just like.
Lay down. Okay.
I love you.
And if you want to see that,
falling
you
off.
can watch the previous video. But right now we're going to talk about more of like fitness. I know a lot of you guys have questions about fitness, and even with me, like losing weight and stuff like that, and what have we done. So I brought my niece on here to tell her experience and her fitness story, and then everything like that. So take it away.
So my height and weight requirement, basically, I'm 5'3", so my max weight is 155, and currently I'm like 140, 145 on a given day. Doesn't really, I don't know. And so basically I was at 160 when I began, which was pretty thick, pretty fat.
For the height, all right?
Yeah, for my height, I was overweight. So it was kind of a struggle in the beginning, but what I did to I got all the way down to 135, because I was like, I gotta do all of this really quickly, or else, first of all, my recruiter's getting mad at me, my stepdad was getting mad at me, because in the beginning, I just didn't take it serious at all.
Right.
So I just ran. I literally just did cardio. I didn't do any strength training at all. I just recently started doing strength training and doing, weights and stuff like that. But consistently, I was just running about 4 times a week for about 30 minutes, and that's really it. Like, I was doing intervals. I wasn't running straight like 30 minutes. It was like run, stop, run, stop, run, stop, and primarily on a treadmill. But it is better to run outside, clearly, just because you're not going to be running on a treadmill when you do your PT test and basic training.
How many times a day were you running and doing cardio?
I was running 4 times a week.
And how long, do you remember?
For about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Consistently. I did a lot right before I went to MEPS. That's why I got so far down, because I did just kind of plateau at 145, but then right before MEPS, like, I was running.
Right.
Like, a lot. And then that's when I got down to 130, and I think that's the lowest I've ever been.
So how long did it take you to get to that point for like a 30-pound weight loss?
I don't remember. It was a couple months, honestly, because I'm lazy. I was going to work, so having to go to work and then come home and run. I mean, I have a treadmill at home, so realistically it shouldn't have been hard for me, but it's right there. So I was like, I'll get to it tomorrow.
And how was your eating in that first period of weight loss?
Realistically, I was not on anything specific as far as diet. I did kind of just lower my calorie intake, for that matter. My stepdad was weighing me once every week, so I just knew I'm not going to eat, from this time to this time, and then when he weighs me, I'll be good, just in case. But then it just started staying off, so everything was cool, and after a while, you're just not hungry like that anymore. Right. So realistically, you get in tune with your body, and your body's like, okay, cool, running's fun, I guess. Not until recently did I actually start going to get in-bodies at NutriShop or whatever, and I think on this last paper that I got, he said that I gained 3 pounds of muscle, and what is it, like your
body fat?
Yeah, my total body fat actually went down 2 pounds. So I was like, wow, like that was the first time I was like, holy crap, like I'm actually gaining muscle.
If you have a NutriShop where you live, I suggest go get it in body test. If you get this body test, you can see like maybe it's just a lot of fat you have to lose, or maybe you do have a lot of muscle. So I would suggest get that.
My goal for getting down to 130 was that I wanted to get back up to 145 with muscle.
Right.
Because muscle obviously weighs more than fat. So if you can't do both. It's like you can, but if your body's set up like mine, it's a little different.
Right.
So basically, realistically, you have to figure it out. However your body works, and drop the weight and then gain it, or try to do both. I don't really know. Can you stop pushing me? But anyways, yeah, so realistically, it's just up to you. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, I know you guys do more weight training than I do. So
right now, yeah. I've been doing more weight training because I went down. My highest was, I'm 5'7", so my highest was, you probably saw it the other videos, was 230. And then I went all the way down to 154. And then that was like maybe the second year I was trying. And then I went all the way back up. Or I started at 224, then I went all the way back up to 230, and then I went all the way down to 172, and that was just like, because I really thought I wasn't getting in. Like I think it was like 1 year where I was like, forget all of this. I was just like, I was so mad, and so I gained it all back, and right now I'm like 185, in the 180s, and I think for mine would have to be 180 is the max. So really it's like 175 and below. And when I was losing it, when I went all the way down, it was like calorie restriction and a lot of cardio. Yeah. I still have weight to lose, but I want to like get solid and have muscle.
Quick tip, do not weigh yourself throughout the day, because that's not your real weight. You want to weigh yourself in the morning before you've eaten, maybe after you went pee or something, but don't eat in the morning. You want to weigh yourself first thing in the morning, and then do it the next day. Don't do it throughout the day, because you're going to be discouraged. I did that a lot in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. No. So I was just like, I'd get on the scale, I was like, yeah, and then later I'm like, what? Okay, MEPS really be trying it, all right? Because when you go to the hotel, they feed you at night, and oh my God, the food was fire. Well, you know what? I think I was just hungry. It wasn't that bomb.
It was hotel food.
They do feed you. Like, it was pretty decent. I'm not even gonna lie. So the food that they had was pretty decent. They give you options. You can pick. So at this point, it's like, do you want dessert? Do you not? Right. And hey, your recruiter ain't there. Do your thing. If you're comfortable. I mean, if you're kind of close, then don't.
Yeah.
But and then in the morning, they had a whole layout. Like, it was like biscuits and oatmeal and everything that makes you fat, and I was like, I'll have a banana.
Ooh, they really gotta get you too.
Yeah, no, seriously.
At every stop, yeah.
No, they literally, in the last video I told you that my recruiter gave us pizza at the dep call. Like, come on, bro. They will try you. Like, they will really try you, and you really just have to... Why do you want to be my friend right now, all of a sudden? Anyways, you really just have to control yourself, because it's at moments like that, you're at a hotel with these other people, which MEPS, that whole experience is a whole different thing, but it was pretty cool. But
which we have a video on.
As far as eating, I mean, like, how rude are you? As far as eating, you really just have to control your desires, I guess.
How much did you weigh at MEPS?
That's when I weighed
130?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went in as 130.
Yeah. 130 something. I don't remember exactly, but realistically, that was my lowest when I went to MEPS, so I was happy. They do strip you down when you're at MEPS, so it's not like you have clothes on, so it is your primary weight.
Was the weight on the scale at MEPS the same as it was when you were weighing yourself like at home in the gym and stuff?
Yes and no. Like I said, I don't really remember my specific like numbers.
Right.
But it wasn't far off. My recruiter did tell me that it was going to be like 5 pounds or something like that, which it might be. Right. But just be super low. That's why I said like I was doing it big before I went in, because I was like, I want to make sure that there is no ifs, ands, or buts. My weight is this, and she's gonna be like, okay, cool, goodbye.
And a lot of people ask me too, they're like, oh, my recruiter wants me to be 10 pounds under the max. Is that true? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Because if you get there, and basically it's all just it's for you. Your max is 180, and you say okay at 178. it's like you can't do anything, because I know for me, I gain weight so fast. So if I had one banana, I might be 180, and then you can't go. So the best thing to do is to be as low as possible, at least 5 to really 10 pounds. And I'm pretty sure, I think a lot of recruiters say 10.
Yeah.
Most people say 10.
Yeah.
Mine was like, it's okay if you go 5, like my first recruiter, but like, no, I know it should be like, I should be 170 going in. I really want to be get in the 60s before I go, like, and then I'm settled.
Yeah.
You know, there's no, I can have that banana, you know.
Like I said, like that was my primary goal, was to really just gain I had some months left. Like I knew for a fact, like, oh, I'm not going to get my job soon. So, you know, I have time, but you do want to make sure that, because now I have a month, you know what I'm saying? And I could easily gain, it was just Thanksgiving.
Right.
Like I was like, oh my God, meth.
Right.
Like I was having flashbacks. So you really just have to pace yourself, especially if you know for a fact that, you know, you got thighs and,
all right,
you know,
if you thick.
what was my stepdad does run with me and do stuff. He does them often because he is in the military, so he knows what a requirement is. He passes all the time. So like I have somebody that will be like, you know, you got to do this, and will push me and help me out, versus, you know, somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, you know, and they're just like, well, I guess your time was good. Like, no, he knows, like, this is what your time needs to be, and he helps me do that.
So for the people who don't have anybody like that, what would be one of your tips? And I'll give mine too. Like, somebody who they don't have any family in the military, or even if they do, it's like they don't talk to them or whatever.
For me, as far as running, I think running is a little bit harder, because you have it's mind over body at that point. So you really, 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 really have to be like, I got it, got to keep running, and then just pace yourself in the beginning. Don't go and try to run a mile, you know, first day and you don't know what you're doing.
One of the best things that I did when I was running, because after a while, like, I could run like I was at like 3 miles, but like it would be running, and then at a stop sign I'd like run in place, but like would not stop, and then that was like a good 3 miles. So in like retrospect, if I never stopped at the red light, maybe like a mile and a half or something like that. But I got it to that point because I started watching videos about how to breathe when you run, and that really helps.
I haven't mastered that yet.
You gotta watch videos on it. It like, even I've watched Air Force videos and just runners, like marathon runners and stuff, because there's a way to breathe. Yeah. There's a way to breathe where you're not gonna tire yourself out. And if you learn that, it's like, then you really can tell it's really mind, because your body's okay. Like, your body's like, okay, I can run, but your mind's like, this hurts. Like,
I'm tired.
I
have a water crap.
No, do you get those? I used to. I don't really get those anymore.
You know what? So I noticed in the past couple weeks, I'm not even gonna lie, I had this one time, and I was like, ugh, running, ugh. And then it went over here, and that was the first time that had ever happened. So that's how I knew, like, I just pushed myself, like, low-key, like, without even knowing it. Like, it was here, and I was like, okay, it hurts. And then it moved, and then it went away, and I continued with the rest of my workout.
Yeah, I think when you know what it is, because I know some people like, I'm cramping, I must stop. Like, this is my body telling me I can't do it. It's like, no, you should know what it is. It's water cramp or whatever. It's probably that. And then you're like, but I can push through it. It doesn't mean my body's telling me to stop. It just means I haven't run that much. I think for me, the worst thing about running now is I used to get the cramps too, but now it's my throat. Like, because it's getting colder. Yeah. I get like, it's sore throat when I'm running, and then it's harder to breathe. So sometimes I'll breathe, I don't know what those, like a mask or a bandana, or I'll wear something, and then I'm like breathing in hot air, and it soothes my throat when I run. So if that's something that you guys are doing, they might have something for that, like an actual product. But I know, like, for me, the running, it hurts. So I'm always thinking, like, when you run at BMT, it's going to be freezing, maybe, depending on what time you go.
Raven said it was pretty cold in January. So.
I think so. Maybe they have the zip up where you can, like, zip it up to your face. Push-ups and sit-ups. Sit-ups, I got to work on those, but, like, I'm not worried. It's just, like, I want to get better.
You have to keep your hands like this, and you have to come all the way up, or not all the way up. Your elbows have to touch your legs, at least here by your knee.
They can't see that.
Well, they have to come, like, right to your knee. They don't have to come above your knee, if that makes any sense. So just picture yourself laying down, doing a sit-up, and you come up and touch your elbows to your thigh, the front of your thigh or the side of your thigh, but not necessarily the top of your knee.
Yeah.
So that is counted. If you do rest, you have to rest in the sit-up position. You can't lay down. You can't grab your uniform at any time or anything like that.
Pull yourself up.
Because that's considered helping. They do hold your feet, or they have these things that hold your feet for you.
Yeah, as long as my feet are held when I do those, like,
that's why
sit-ups are nothing, like, but still do them, because when we went to Raven's graduation, there was girls who got held back because they passed everything but the sit-ups, and I was like,
it's in a minute, so
they must, I don't know, and then
seems like a long time.
Push-ups, I gotta work on my form. They say as long as you keep your head up, don't look like down, keep your head, a good angle, or look a little bit to something like further than you, and then break a 90 degree.
Yeah, push-ups for me, I do a lot of different things. I work on my back and my shoulders at the gym to fix with the push-ups, as well as like I'll get into the push-up position and I have these cones and I'll go one cone, still in the push-up position, switch, and keep doing that. So
is your hand like this, or is it straight?
Straight.
Okay.
I do straight for that. And then I do them where I'm in the push-up position and have the arms down like this.
Like a plank?
And then go up. 1, 2, like that, going
so
up. So
basically, push-ups work on back, core, and then arms in general. And I think you're good with that.
Don't practice push-ups without shoes on. I find that to be annoying.
Who's doing that?
Huh? You have to, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, who's not?
I don't know. You might do push-ups like in your room somewhere and you have socks on. That's not gonna help.
I can't do that. My toes be slipping.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
don't do that is what I'm saying. So you it might be really, obsolete for me to say that, but realistically just, have some shoes on, be at the gym. Don't try to do it. If you're gonna do it at home, do it, but
my best thing is have somebody watch you, because I think I'm doing great push-ups, and then I'll have my sister Janelle, and she'll be like, no, I didn't believe my sister that my push-ups were bad, so she recorded me, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You really think you're going, and then you're just like,
or your butt's in the air.
Your butt's in the air, your head's down, so that makes it feel like you're, a whole bunch of things. So have somebody record you, watch videos on how to do a proper military push-up, or really Air Force push-up, because they're a little different.
Yeah, I also, when I was going to Deb Calls, he was telling us to, make sure that your back isn't rounded when you do push-ups, that it's straight, if that makes any sense. So, obviously, if I was doing a push-up, you'd be able to tell a little bit better. But, pretty much just don't, go like this and do a push-up. Looks retarded, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep your arms, your shoulders back almost, and then do your push-up. That might be pretty straightforward for people that do push-ups all the time, but there's some people that just don't. And I was one of them. A little bit easier now to maintain than it was before, because now I know my body, if that makes any sense. I learned a lot going from 160 to 140. Literally, I just less calorie intake. Realistically, if you want to feel better, obviously do the more healthy foods. I don't do nearly as much bread. My mom's doing keto.
I think with keto, obviously I don't think that's the end all be all. It worked really well for me and a lot of people that I know, but definitely if you hate it and it's not working for you, then do something else, because everybody's body is different. Yeah. One thing that I think everybody should take from keto is the really low to no sugar. Because sugar
I think that's something that I could probably take from it. Because I feel like I bloat because of sugar, obviously, and bread and stuff like that. So that's a lot of the reason why we don't keep bread in the house at all.
Right.
I think just recently.
Yeah, neither do we.
But, which I like bread a lot.
We love bread, but bread's not really my friend, because I will bloat,
instantly.
I feel it.
And once you start getting in a routine, like I said, and you start knowing your body, you'll be able to see that, and you're like,
right, exactly.
And you're like, whoa, don't need to eat that again,
Yeah.
So realistically, just get in the habit of eating better. I get a lot of pre-made salads and stuff like that. I know, is it romaine lettuce right now? That's
oh yeah, recall on the romaine.
Recall.
So maybe not
Be careful.
Get back on the spinach.
Get some spinach.
Yeah, get some spinach in you.
But yeah, just like pre-made salads and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I got a lot of those from Costco, and I would take those to work with me. I'm not working right now, so primarily I'm just working out because like I just need to just be working. Working out is my job right now because I literally just need to focus on that because I kind of was slacking, especially on like the more strength side of my aspect of, you know, working out. So like I said, I was just doing cardio, and so now I'm focusing primarily on strength.
Okay. Any last things now? All right. Any last advice or tips you want to give on making weight?
Yeah. I mean, because if your recruiter weighs you every single time you guys go in to see each other, whatever the case is, you want to make sure that you're at least below your max weight, because they're not gonna be like, you're terrible, blah blah blah. They're just gonna be like, oh well, you're kind of close, because I've been there. You know, I was like 149 or something this past time I went, and that was just because of Thanksgiving or whatever. And I mean, they're not gonna be mad at you, but like I said, like for me, what I did, I just made sure that I worked out really, really hard right before I needed to go do something, because it matters. They log that, especially at MEPS. MEPS is important, so you don't want to be close to weight. You don't want to be, you know, at weight or whatever the case is. So when it's time to write it down on paper, you know, just really work really hard. Might not be healthy, but don't eat at least in the morning. That's all that matters, because they're, you know, it's
look up intermittent fasting.
Yeah, that's all it is. Nothing too crazy. And that's really it. I really don't have any other suggestions or. Oh well, I'm lying. Drink a lot of water. Water weight is definitely dangerous. People definitely will. You hold on to it and then you sweat it out, and as soon as you drink something, then it comes back. You know, so you just want to be good with your diet, and then you'll be straight.
And I think that's it. He's ready to go. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. We will try to answer them all. Please like and subscribe and share this with your friends if you found any value with this video. Thank you. Hello, Naiva. Hello.
Hey, little baby. Oh, little baby.
It's your photo. Come on, photo.
Ew.
That's disgusting. My lips are dry.
Sit.
I was walking with the